Chapter 2. First Steps into the Shadows. The hushed reverence of the public library became Ethan's sanctuary, a stark contrast to the chaotic landscape he was meticulously crafting in his mind. Rows of towering bookshelves, each a repository of knowledge, stretched before him like silent sentinels guarding the secrets of human behavior. He moved through the aisles with a quiet grace, his fingers tracing the spines of weighty tomes on criminology, psychology, and the darker arts of deception. He devoured the material with an almost unnatural hunger, his pale face illuminated by the soft glow of the desk lamp, his eyes reflecting the flickering shadows cast by the incandescent bulb. He wasn't simply reading, he was absorbing. His mind, a vast and intricate network of interconnected neurons, processed the information with a speed and efficiency that bordered on the superhuman. He meticulously annotated his texts, underlining key passages, scribbling notes in the margins, building a complex web of interconnected ideas. His annotations weren't just summaries, they were elaborate analyses, dissecting the motivations, the strategies, the subtle nuances of criminal behavior. He studied the psychological profiles of serial killers, the methods of master con artists, the intricate workings of organized crime syndicates. Each detail, no matter how seemingly insignificant, became a piece of the intricate puzzle he was assembling. His focus wasn't just on the theoretical, he was actively seeking practical application. He practiced his deceptive skills, honing his ability to weave lies so seamlessly into the fabric of truth that they became indistinguishable from reality. He crafted scenarios in his mind, rehearsing conversations, meticulously planning his responses, anticipating every possible objection. He was building a repertoire of lies, each one a carefully constructed tool in his arsenal, designed to manipulate and control. The library was just one piece of his learning puzzle. The internet, the vast, sprawling network of information and misinformation, became his second classroom. He navigated the digital world with the ease of a seasoned explorer, venturing into the dark corners of the web, where secrets and knowledge were traded in the shadows. He frequented online forums dedicated to hacking, social engineering, and other illicit activities. He didn't participate directly, instead observing, learning, absorbing the collective wisdom of a global network of digital criminals. He studied their methods, their techniques, their approaches, cataloging their strengths and weaknesses with the detached curiosity of a scientific researcher. He created multiple online personas, each a carefully constructed mask concealing his true identity. He experimented with different communication styles, adapting his vocabulary and demeanor to suit his chosen persona. He learned to leave no digital trace, mastering the art of anonymity, becoming a phantom moving through the digital world, leaving only the faintest whispers of his presence. His online activities were carefully documented, each interaction logged and analyzed, serving as another layer of data in his ever-expanding database. Beyond the theoretical studies and online research, Ethan began formulating a concrete plan, a blueprint for his ascent into the criminal underworld. He approached it with the clinical detachment of a surgeon planning a delicate operation. His plan wasn't a haphazard collection of ideas. It was a meticulously constructed edifice of interconnected steps, each one leading logically to the next. He mapped out his progress in intricate detail, creating timelines, assigning probabilities, and calculating risks with an unnerving precision. The first phase of his plan centered on establishing his operational base. He didn't need a physical location. His operations would be conducted remotely, leaving minimal traces. He secured encrypted communication channels using a variety of techniques to mask his online presence. He established secure online storage for his data, protecting his research and plans from prying eyes. He even developed a system of coded messages using steganography to conceal his communications within seemingly innocuous files. He was building a digital fortress, an invisible sanctuary where he could operate freely without fear of detection. The second phase focused on developing his skills in social engineering. He practiced his deception techniques, honing his ability to manipulate people through subtle suggestions and carefully crafted lies. He studied human psychology, learning to identify vulnerabilities and exploit them with cold efficiency. He wasn't interested in brute force or overt intimidation. His preferred method was the insidious art of manipulation. He experimented with different techniques, refining his strategies based on his observations and analysis. The third phase was the most ambitious, the actual execution of his criminal enterprises. He started small, selecting targets that would provide minimal risk and maximum learning opportunities. He chose individuals he deemed expendable, those who existed on the fringes of society, their disappearances unlikely to attract significant attention. Each operation was meticulously planned, every detail considered, every contingency accounted for. He viewed each target not as a person, but as a variable in a complex equation, a test subject in his grand experiment. He documented every step of each operation, meticulously recording his methods, analyzing his successes and failures, constantly refining his strategies. He treated each crime as a learning experience, gathering data on human behavior, refining his techniques, and honing his skills. His goal wasn't simply to commit crimes, it was to master the art of crime, to achieve perfection in his chosen profession. His methodical approach extended to the management of his acquired resources. He never held on to anything for too long. He moved his money through a labyrinthine network of offshore accounts, using shell corporations and cryptocurrencies to obscure his transactions. He used burner phones and encrypted email addresses to maintain anonymity. His operational security was impeccable, a testament to his meticulous nature and his deep understanding of criminal methodology. His self-imposed isolation was not a sign of loneliness or social awkwardness. It was a strategic choice. He recognized the dangers of close relationships, the potential for betrayal, the risk of emotional attachment. He preferred to operate alone, free from the constraints of human connection, his actions dictated by logic and reason rather than emotion. His world was one of shadows and secrecy, a carefully constructed realm where he was the sole architect and the ultimate master. The genesis of Cypher was not a sudden event, but a slow, deliberate process, a meticulously planned ascent into the darkness. His journey had begun, and the world was unaware of the chilling storm that was brewing on the horizon.